What's going on there, everybody? Be back at it like a crackhead. You know what I'm saying? Finna give you this good game. Nah, man, we finna talk about how fixing how you think can fix your perception. And fixing your perception can fix your perspective. And fixing your perspective can change your paradigm. Changing your paradigm can change how you view the world. You may have noticed people that are just negative. I mean, negative. I mean, they just complain. It's all wrong. The world is just against them. Like, if anything bad could happen, it's going to happen directly, specifically to them. Like, nothing about them is puts you in a positive mood, doesn't leave you in with the healthy exchange, right? It just seems like there's problems. They're just complaining. Imagine how, like, what their thoughts are. Imagine how they're thinking. Imagine the self-consciousness that they're going through. Like them being self-conscious. Like them being so judgmental. Like them being insecure. Like all these negative things stem from thoughts and how you view yourself, your self-image, your self-worth, your confidence. Do you have a foundation? Do you have a level one ground? Most people don't. And if they think they do, it's not built on anything really like solid. You may come across people who are positive about everything. Like, even though it's wrong, they're positive about it. You may ask yourself, why are they happy that this negative thing happened in their life? Yet this same thing happened to me, and I reacted totally different. I was mad for days, maybe even a week. But this person, they brushed it off their shoulders and kept it pushing. There's a reason why those type of people are able to supersede their past self, supersede their situation, their circumstance, their present circumstances, because of how they think. If you look at a glass, right? If say I have a cup and I pour it and I fill it up to halfway, ask yourself, do you view a half filled cup half full or half empty? If you see it half empty, that's more of that's basically to imply, right? With the analogy is you're more pessimistic. And if you see it half full, that means you're more optimistic. That's the whole like analogy, right? And so if you ask yourself this question, do you see it half full? Do I see this half full or half empty? Whatever your answer is, go deep with it. Become philosophical about why it is that you view the cup, or more so the amount that's in the cup, right? The water that's in the cup. And the reason I say this is because the more you the more you indulge with yourself, the more you start to get in tune with yourself, right? You admit the stuff that your flaws, right? You accept where you know your mess ups, your wrongdoings, right? You also celebrate your wins, right? You also are able to be joyful, right? There is a balance when it comes to understanding reality, right? When something bad happens, that doesn't mean everything about it is positive, but you have a choice to either receive it as what it is, but decide to be positive moving forth, or you can be negative and allow it to delay your movement, to delay your action, to delay you taking action, You can let it hinder you. You can let it delay your progress, right? You can let it beat you down, or you can just rub some dirt on it and keep it pushing. The whole thing about thinking better, thinking clear is understanding self. That's the blueprint to thinking better, is understanding yourself. Because how can you think better and you not know yourself? How? How do you elevate in any area if you yourself are not, if you are not pouring back into yourself, right? Because the first step, right, to understanding you have a problem is knowing you have a problem. But just knowing you have a problem doesn't identify what the problem is. It just means this is why this said thing is not working. But to identify what the actual problem is, you have to take steps. You have to look deeper than just surface level. And that's the issue with a lot of people. They don't think past surface. And granted, a lot of people don't have deep conversations on a regular basis. Deep conversations make people uncomfortable. Deep conversations confront, it points out insecurities, points out flaws, points out barriers, right? Like comprehension barrier, right? To be able to conceptualize what somebody is communicating, there's barriers to it. And so to think better, you have to want to be better, because if you don't change, you'll never grow. In order to grow, you have to change. You have to become uncomfortable, because if you're comfortable, you'll never step outside of what you have already done. So bringing this all the way back to thinking, if you think a certain way your whole life and your results are not working, maybe you shouldn't think that way no more. Maybe you should try to be open to allow another perspective in, a new idea, a new way of thinking. What you think about becomes your perception. And that is because, for example, have you guys ever watched a scary movie and after the movie you go to sleep and you have nightmares? Because what you're thinking about becomes your perception. So the things that are lingering in your head, the thoughts that are lingering in your head that are or on your mind when you are going to sleep, has a big impact on your dreams, or even it can affect how you sleep, like the quality of how you sleep. How you think can affect the quality of your actual health, your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health, your physical health. There's a saying, when people are on their deathbed in the hospital, them being surrounded by people they love, them being around things that bring them joy, right, or excitement, has a positive effect on them, that sometimes, or a positive effect on them, to where they have a more probability of they have a better probability to live longer, to live past the day where, say, the doctors say you have a week left, and then being around people that they love and positive vibes, they might live 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months longer. And the reason is because your mind can go places your body can't. But if you are so stuck on physical plane with your thoughts, you will only ever take things as face value. The more you're in tune with yourself, the more you work on how you think about things, and changing negative thoughts to positive thoughts can change the trajectory of your life. See what I'm saying? So basically what I'm saying is, to think better, you have to know oneself. And you also have to change your paradigm. When you do certain things, figure out where did they come from? Who taught you how to do that? Go all the way back to childhood. Correlate, make correlations, make some similarities, find the differences from when you were 13 to when you're 25 or 22 or 21 or 20. Look at how you switched and figure out what caused those. Like, go deep, go back, think. Too many people are not like, how can you be honest with someone if you're not honest to yourself? How can you admit that you're wrong to somebody else if you're not even okay with admitting to yourself that you messed up? Do you see what I'm saying? So what I mean is, everything stems from you. Everything is a reflection of you. How you think, your perception, your reality, how you your innate reactions, right? All of this stems from your experience, from how you were raised, and yeah, and furthermore, right? So if you change how you think, you can change how you perceive the world. If you would like to think positive, think positive. Start working on things that can build your trust within yourself. When you say you're going to wake up, get up. Don't snooze. When you say you're going to go to the gym, go to the gym. Build your trust within yourself, and all things will reflect on the outside. The more confident you are within, because of the actions that you're taking to have evidence and a history to where you can look back and be like, I do that every day. I work on myself every day. I'm confident. I like who I am. It will show on the outside. So if you change how you think from negative to positive, from glass half empty to half full, your perception of life will change. Your paradigms will shift. And life will seem a little bit more tolerable. Well, just want to say, don't block your blessings, second guessing on good things. A good lifestyle has bad days too. And keep stuff private till it's permanent. And I'm going to catch you on the next video.